Hello all, welcome to Technostic. In the series of data structure, today we are going to look upon the two main types of data structure. So the first one is primitive data structure and second one is non-primitive type of data structure. Now actually in this video we are going to look upon the data types that we looked upon in the last video lecture. Data types. So a particular kind of data item as defined by values it can take, the programming language used or the operations that can be performed is known as a data type. So you can note down the definition, I'll repeat it again. A particular kind of data item as defined by the values it can take, the programming language used or the operations that can be performed on it is known as a data type. So if a data type is taking a single value of numbers, then it can be classified into integers. But if it takes decimal numbers also, then it is known as floating point. If it takes alphabet, then we say it's a character. If it takes a series of any alphabets or numbers of the same kind, either all are numbers or all are alphabets, we tell it that it's a numeric array or an character array. Then there are files, then list, etc. We'll be looking into all these things in detail. But first, let's discuss something about primitive data structure. So primitive data structures are basic structures and are directly operated upon machine instructions. Primitive data structures have different representations on different computers. That is, integers, floats, characters and pointers are examples of primitive data structures. These data structures are available in most programming language as built-in type. You don't have to import any library over there, or you don't have to put any extra function to define them. They're already inbuilt in it. First is integer. So it is a data type which allows all values without fractional part. We can use it for whole numbers. Then next is float. It is a data type which used for storing fractional numbers. Then next is character. It is a data type which is used for character values. And the last one is pointer. A variable that holds memory address of another variable is called a pointer. So that was all about primitive data structures. Next in list is non-primitive data structure. So let's see. These are more sophisticated data structures. These are derived from primitive data structures. So non-primitive data structures are actually derived from primitive data structures. The non-primitive data structures emphasize on structuring on a group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items. For example, of non-primitive data types are array, list, file, etc. So now you may ask, what's an array? So an array is a fixed size. So let's see. Now these three are very important because we use them heavily in our programming languages. So array is a fixed size. Fixed sized sequence collection of elements of same data type. It is fixed size and it's of same data type. These are the two things you have to remember. So an array is a fixed sequenced collection of elements of the same data type. Next is list. So a list is an ordered set containing variable number of elements. An ordered set containing variable number of elements is called as lists. Last but not the least is file. So file is a collection of logically related information. It can be viewed as a large list of records consisting of various fields. So that is what is file. Now still we will be looking, these all are one of the chapters of data structure. So this is just introduction about what is data types, what are the data types, and what is primitive data structure, what is non-primitive data structure, which data structures and data types are primitive, which are non-primitive, and what exactly are the definitions. This is only the introduction of all these things. Later we'll be seeing in depth of each and every element, like array we'll be seeing list, we'll be seeing file, how to write programs, we'll be seeing the practical approach of the same. So stay tuned for more such content to our channel. Please do like, share and subscribe our channel. Also press the bell button to get the latest notification to our channel. Next in the channel we'll be looking into linear data structures and non-linear data structures. So stay tuned. Thank you.